Hi, I'm KodaKandi, and today we're discussing the Dahvie Vanity situation. Who is Dahvie Vanity? What was blood on the dance floor? And more importantly, what happened? Well, all that and more in the rest of this video. I would like to put a trigger warning for CSA, pedophilia, grooming, rape, abuse. Basically, any of the bad things that you can think of, put a warning for it. Also, just a random disclaimer. I would just like to say before I continue, I censor certain words because YouTube is very strict about what I say on here. I would like to keep my channel up so I can keep making content for you guys. So I won't be posting uncensored versions of the cases I cover because that could risk any other accounts I use on different platforms being taken down and or putting it behind a paywall, and I won't be doing that. Sorry if you wanted to hear the non-censored stuff, but that's not happening. Thanks. Also, I brought one of my lovely friends to help me explain scene culture and also a little bit of the background of Dahvie Vanity and like all his other usernames. So, without further ado, here we go.
So what is Scene Kid exactly? So basically, Scene Kid, it was like the stereotypical rainbow version of the emo kids. Like, they had a similar fashion, but the difference was that their choices of color palettes were completely different. Like, emos was more like on like black clothing, like monotone like palettes, maybe even some dark clothing, whereas like Scene Kids, it was like all rainbow and neon bright like color palettes. And obviously the typical choppy side bang haircut and everything. But besides its fashion statement, like other brands they did use for that time was like Cupcake Cult, which was like a very like bright like shirts, like graphic shirts that had like zombified designs and so on and so forth. And like other brands that would be named would be like Gloomy Bear, Invader Zim, Skull Animals, etc. Even Domokun. And yeah, it became a very heavy influence in that. So obviously, because of that, Scene Kid became its own like separate form of genre from the emo, while it is still influenced from it. So it became its own subgenre, like I said. I also forgot to mention that this was started between like mid to late 2000s. So around the same time that emo like culture was like taken over internationally, like by its own fashion and its own like ideology and stuff. So Scene Kid around that time was there as well, and just made as much as an impact just like emo kids as well. And not only that, but like music wise was completely different. So they would tend to listen to stuff that was around the genre, like electro like genres, or crunk core they call it. There was another one, but yeah. And then that, and like it would be like party like lyrics. And stuff like that. So famous bands that had like a very like massive like influence for Scene Kids was Crowbar Starship, 3OH3, exclamation mark, I forgot. You get the idea if you know the band or if you have heard a song from them or two. The Millionaires, Broken Side, Dot Dot Curve, Blood on the Dance Floor, and so many more.
So, as mentioned in the brief history of scene culture, Blood on the Dance Floor was one of those bands. So before I get into Dahvie Vanity and what a horrible person he is and what horrible things he's done, let's talk about the history of the band. Okay, according to Wikipedia, Blood on the Dance Floor was an electronic group based in Orlando. Its members consisted of Javon Monroe and Jesus David Torres, or Dahvie Vanity. They were formed in 2006 and ran for about 10 years before calling it quits in 2016. And like mentioned in the brief history of scene culture, it was popular with scene music. Their music got wiped off pretty much everywhere, but is still available on YouTube, as are a lot of controversial musicians. So, with that out of the way, let's discuss Dahvie Vanity, since that's what most likely you came here for. That's what you came here for. Jesus David Torres, aka Dahvie Vanity, was the lead singer of Blood on the Dance Floor, and is now the singer for his solo project that has been renamed 5 separate times, starting as Kawaii Monster, The Most Vivid Nightmares, and is currently known as Sinners Are Winners, I guess. Sin would be an understatement, but I'm not here to make jokes about him because he's done some pretty vile stuff on his time on the internet. Even went as far as making a TikTok account and then getting bullied straight off that platform. His time on the internet included a MySpace account called The Elite Hair God, quite ironic seeing as he wears wigs. He formed the band after this because he started to gain popularity through doing hair. Blood on the Dance Floor began to gain popularity through their bold look, spiky, colorful hair, and electropop, crunkcore sound. Plus, they were affiliated with Jeffree Star, who we will discuss later. So, with that out of the way, let's do an in-depth history lesson because I'm not seen, and I have a great friend who's helping me do this. So this part is going to be done over text-to-speech by my good friend, who also did the bit on scene culture, only because they didn't have the ability to record the history part of Blood on the Dance Floor, Dahvie Vanity, all that crap over the phone. So let's begin.
Who is Dahvie Vanity? He was a former singer from a band back in the late 2000s called Blood on the Dance Floor, which was very popular in the scene kid culture at the time, especially known for his one-hit Bewitched. But why am I bringing him and what has he done exactly? Unfortunately, like every alt band member, he has done unspeakable things and made questionable choice of words towards underage fans. Be warned, there will be mentionings of the R word, SA, grooming, and other vile topics alongside. Before we talk about the acts he's committed, he was also known to claim in his interviews that his music is meant to be about peace and love, but his lyrics said otherwise. What he meant is his songs were mainly about sexual topics and explicit violence, and he even went as far in his concert to convince his audience to harass a person during his performance. But however, one of his songs had a particular lyric that was pointed out that is implied infatuation with underage girls. I cannot remember the title, but it went along the lines of something, oops, hope the parents don't caught me. And there are many more songs out there that has contradict into what really goes through his mind. Besides the point, unfortunately, the reason why it's still important to bring up about Dahvie Vanity is because even though his music was taken down ages ago, he is still trying to sneak into platforms, even going as making music into a different name instead of bot, and get away with what he's doing, especially on Instagram and TikTok, so he can still take advantage of young people, and yet for some reason, he still hasn't gotten arrested. And if I remember this correctly, the reason he's supposedly not in jail yet is because lots of evidence aren't efficient enough to prove him guilty. Lots of them were through extreme old messages or through MySpace, but again, please correct me if I accidentally gave the wrong info, so I apologize if it's inaccurate. On Instagram, he goes by as Dark Arts Official, so please don't follow him or interact in any way possible. He's a vile and disgusting monster himself. Other names to be aware of, it's all run by him, is Most Vivid Nightmares, Kawaii Monster, M4 Starfdeath, Sinners Are Winners, The Dark Arts Official. So please avoid him if you come across his ACC content, no matter what platform you use. He deserves to go to jail just like Ian Watkins, so do not forget all these warnings I'm giving out and share it to everyone as much as possible to stay away from him and to not support him in any way. But back to the history of his dark past. He was accused of R-wording young women and minors as well as committing SA against them, with a total of 21 or more cases, with lots of people who have been coming to the public to talk about their story of what went on between them and Dahvie. Police only have him on watch as far I can recall, but haven't put handcuffs on him, sadly. During his old concerts, he publicly demanded his fans to give up their underwear to him, including towards the younger crowd, without taking a no, and has taken underage girls backstage or any private spot that he held during the aftermath of his concert. He would also be texting them and send explicit photos of himself towards the fans. But however, there was one famous story of a victim of his that became worldwide in social media that was extremely detrimental for the victim themselves and had many fans making fun of them, including bot themselves to the extreme level of cyberbullying, known as Damien slaughter. Damien was a 10-year-old kid at the time who would post videos of themselves saying extreme commentary, which shouldn't be out of a child's mouth at that time. I can't exactly remember what type of household family relationship Damien had at the time when this happened, but unfortunately they were groomed and even was doxxed by Dahvie to an insane level, to the point he managed to manipulate his fans to call her number and harass the shit of her. It became detrimental towards her mental health. When the victim's father found out what was going on, he made a video threatening the band and such to put them in jail, but however this video ended up escalating for the worse. When it was released, many fans responded to it by continue to create a mockery of it, and even the band itself reenact Damien and their father's tearful response video, making fun of their reaction, and even went as far as making a song based off the situation called You Done Goofed, despite claiming that their band was meant to be an anti-bullying group. Even at one point Dahvie came out with a video on his alleged accusations. He made a statement saying how one of the victims failed an R-word kit test when he was getting noticed. But regardless, he continued to take advantage of lots of young fans due to them living a poverty life or dealing with difficult relationship with their family, which he saw as an opportunity to do whatever he wanted them through the interactions. There are many old videos out there on YouTube where he has said unsettling things or acted very strange towards his fans, including the lyrics on his songs as well, but they are disturbing, so watch it all at your own risk if you make that decision to look into it. I'm not recommending to go watch it personally because it's very disgusting enough as it is, including seeing this inhumane of a being as himself.
So, if I covered all of the victims, I would be here all day, and I wish I could do that. But I can't. So we have two victims, Diana Farrell and Jesse, or now known as Damien Slaughter. Diana Farrell. Farrell's case had police involvement. She was 14 and had called a youth help radio show a week after her assault. She had booked a hair appointment, and Dahvie drove to her house while her mother wasn't home due to a late night shift at a nursing job, and Dahvie reportedly showed up 7 hours late. He proceeded to orally R-word her after doing her hair. After mentioning this on the radio show, one of the hosts called the police, and when the police pressed her for details, she began to cry. She was afraid of Dahvie getting in trouble. They had chatted online in the weeks that led up to her appointment, and he had groomed her. She said, "Are you going to call him? You can't. It was no big deal. Everything was consensual." The mother of Farrell did not press charges as long as he didn't try to contact her ever again. Dahvie apologized and said he was unaware of her age and that he wouldn't contact her again. Because Farrell refused to cooperate with the police, this case was closed. Jesse Slaughter. As mentioned by my good friend towards the beginning, let's discuss Jesse Slaughter. It's important to know that they go by Damien Leonhardt and they use they/them pronouns. Damien Leonhardt, known at the time as Jesse Slaughter, they were another victim of Dahvie. They had become friends on MySpace in 2009 and were in contact a month before meeting. Damien had met Dahvie at a private party after a Blood on the Dance Floor concert. They reported that Dahvie was dancing with underage girls and that the party was mainly underage girls. After the party, Leonhardt's parents were late picking them up, and Dahvie had a sexual conversation with Leonhardt. Dahvie then groomed her into having oral with him. But that's not where it ends. According to Wikipedia, Leonhardt had been posting content to YouTube for a while. Well, this is where we start to talk about sticky drama, 4chan, cyberbullying, and You Done Goofed. So, before their 12th birthday, they posted haters, piercings, sticky drama. This video right here.
Hey YouTube, it's Jessie Slaughter here, and this is to all you fucking haters, okay? Guess what? You guys are bitches. You know what? You don't faze me. I'm just doing this just so you can tell. I read the comments, I read the messages, I reply to them, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm happy with my life, okay? And if you can't, like, realize that and stop hating, then you know what? I'll pop a Glock in your mouth and make a brain slushy, okay? Because you hater bitches, you're just, like, jealous of me. I'm just saying you're jealous of me because, one, I'm more pretty than you. I have more friends. More people like me. I have more fans. Yeah, and all that shit. I can't think of any more right now because I'm brain dead, and it's like 10:19 in the morning. I just woke up like midnight. Okay, but it's early in the morning, so I'm like brain dead right now. So I can't think of anything. But haters, stop hating on me. You're just jealous because I'm perfect and you're not. Nobody else can be this pretty with no makeup on. None whatsoever. By the way, I did get my lip pierced. Here's the hole. My mommy made me take it out because I'm getting new ones, which are going to be closer in. So yeah. But just saying, stop hating on me. I'm just a normal girl who's perfect in every way, and you're just jealous. Why am I making all these gestures? I'm weird, I know that. But you guys are just jealous because I have a perfect boyfriend. I do. And you guys are just jealous because I have 3. So yeah. Jealousy much? So, I'll just shut your mouths before you make a fool of yourself again. Yeah. You guys, just, and my fans, please hate on the haters, but, and I'm not 9, I'm 11. And I don't consider myself seen or emo. That's just something I put on my videos and I just say on that just so people can like be like, oh, because if I say what I am, people will be like, because I'm not seen, I'm not emo, I'm nothing. I don't even choose labels. I don't. I do not. And if you guys consider and freaking like label me and shit, then you guys are the actual posers. And I'm not a poser. How can I be a poser being myself? So yeah. And don't try to make smart comments at me because I got like a shitload of comebacks. So, and if you hate me, you know what? Suck my non-existing penis, okay? Just suck it. Get AIDS and die. You know what? Fist yourself to your little bestiality magazines, get a paper cut on your fucking clit or dick, and then I hope the bitch falls off. Okay? Great. Head. Get AIDS and die. Suck a dick and die. Anyways, sticky drama shit. I'll post some shit in the crotch bar. So, a link to the shit that's been happening on sticky drama lately, involving me and my homie Dahvie. He's not here, but I'm pointing for some reason. The fuck. But, some bullshit that's been going on between us, but we got it all settled. My mom been talking to him. Thank God for my mom. But, yeah, I'm getting my coontails. Yeah, coontails. Why am I making these stupid things for? I'm getting coontails. And I'm gonna get my snakies. And, okay. What else is going on in my life? But, I'm gonna wrap up this video before it starts, like, friggin' No, going on. But haters, fuck you. It's a big fuck you to all those haters. Okay? Love y'all. Bye. Check out my sticky drama.
This video got sent to 4chan users who leaked Leonhardt's personal information online. Leonhardt responded to this with another video that featured their dad. This video here.
Okay, you guys, this is Jessie Sutter, and I just wanted to say that you guys have ruined my life.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is from her father. You bunch of lying, no good punks. And I know who it's coming from because I backtraced it. And I know who's emailing and who's doing it. And you've been reported to the cyber police and the state police. So you better write one more thing or screw with my computer again. You'll be arrested. End of conversation from her father.
You're right at fucking gonna come and beat her ass.
And if you come near my daughter, guess what? Consequences will never be the same. You lying bunch of pricks.
See, my house has been like this ever since everybody's been posting stuff about me, okay? I am personally torn.
I live in PC.
I am torn. I have been having emotional breakdowns one after another for the past, like, 3 days.
You can't sleep, you can't eat because of them fuckers.
Yes. You guys are just basically tearing me apart right now. I am crying my eyes out if you haven't noticed that. Please just stop hating. You guys are ruining my fucking life.
It was followed up with the famous "You Done Goofed" video.
Okay, this is Jessie Sutter. I just want to tell you guys that you ruined my life. My household has been torn ever since you guys started doing this. I haven't been able to do anything. Okay?
And don't be saying suicide.
I'm not. I'm saying I haven't been able to eat. I haven't been able to sleep.
Well, guess what? And my daughter's not lying. And I'm not going to put up with any of you people's crap anymore. If you ain't got something nice to say about my daughter, then keep your mouth shut. And any more of your comments to put on there, I'm recording them all, and they are being sent to the police department.
Have been being
And guess what? Your emails will be caught and will be found. And who said you're going to beat my daughter up? You will have to deal with the police because you done goofed.
See, I haven't been able to eat or sleep or anything. I was just shopping. I've been having emotional breakdowns in a row. And everybody's just been hating on me. And whoever's making fun of me on Tumblr and shit. They're just like such assholes. I didn't do anything wrong. I am just a fucking little girl, and I know my shirt is going down. I know that, okay? Don't call me a fucking whore for that, okay? I am torn. And if people who think I don't know Dahvie, I fucking do know him. My mom has answered the phone for him, okay? And he's been calling. And once he called when I was in school, my mom answered the fucking phone.
Jessica,
Such assholes.
Jessica, it's time to calm down. It's time to calm
You
down.
guys are just so assholes. Stop making fun of me. Stop it. Please.
Shut the camera off.
Due to this, they became a viral meme, with Dahvie writing a song about it titled "You Done Goofed," and also mocking the video with Javon Monroe. I will talk about him later, but...
This is Harry Potter, and this fucking guy's ruining my life, and I know my shirt is falling down, and fucking call me a whore for it. Don't be saying suicide! You guys are ruining my life. That's one! I have nothing nice to say about my daughter! Don't say I'm recording this! I report you to the cyber police! And the state police! And whoever will beat my daughter, you will have to deal with the police! You're done goofed! You're done goofed! My whole household is torn because of this. You know what? This is her father! You guys are fucking assholes! You no good life punks! And I know what's going from I backtraced it! And I know what's going on, and I will contact the cyber police and the station police! If you try to beat my daughter, the consequences will never be the same again! That's my father! Just fucking leave me alone, you guys! Stop, you guys are such fucking assholes! Well, You done goofed. I done goofed. You done goofed. Tried to take a fucking photo booth picture. You done goofed. And it didn't work out. Consequences will never be the same the consequences again! Will be the same. This is her father! That's her father. You done goofed! You done fucking goofed.
Damien's father was taken into custody for allegedly punching his child during an argument, and he passed away from heart complications later. This wouldn't be the first time Dahvie wrote songs about his victims. He's done this multiple times. Basically, any song you can think of by them that isn't inherently explicit is about the victims. This is the end of the Jesse Slaughter segment. Jeffree Star, as many people know, is a famous beauty guru YouTuber on here. But before that, he was a musician on MySpace. How is some beauty YouTuber who's controversial in his own right relating to videos of him saying the N-word and starting fights with random people on the street relating to a child predator? Most notably, he made a song with Blood on the Dance Floor and then tweeted this out afterwards. I'm gonna speak the truth till I die. We saw blood on the dance floor, Dahvie Vanity bring underage girls and do sexual things 100% illegal. And then, I no longer support Blood on the Dance Floor and how disgusting Dahvie is. Children and enjoying the attention is evil. Fuck off, sicko. And being on tour with that child has made me see the truth. I regret ever doing a song with that pig. R.I.P. because you'll never be me. And then, if you support that piece of shit, then unfollow me because you're supporting child molestation. Dahvie is the lowest worthless scum I've ever met. Yeah. And all that's great until you realize he would later backtrack and go on tour with the same guy he was calling a disgusting pig in 2012. The rumors are true. This fall, I will be touring with at Blood on the Dance Floor Music. Dates will be posted soon. The Scene is Dead Tour 2012. # get ready. Star would then backtrack again during 2020 on the Chris Hansen show, but I'm not about giving Chris Hansen a platform since he doesn't exactly care about the situations he covers, but that's a video for another day. Jeffree Star had a small portion in this case, but it's worth mentioning because he backtracked like 3 times. So, make up your mind. So, not only is Dahvie Vanity a child abuser, he also abuses other people and is overall just a shitty excuse for a human being. If you weren't already aware, Blood on the Dance Floor was a full-fledged band. However, most members had left around 2008-2009. But Javon Monroe is the person we're talking about. Javon Monroe, in 2020, accused Dahvie Vanity of forcing him to tour without his HIV medications, which, if you are unaware, if you don't take medication to help with HIV, if you've already had it, you can develop AIDS. Denying medical care is abuse, and Dahvie is just overall a shitty person, as we can figure from everything else mentioned. Jay has since spoken out against Dahvie Vanity and left the band in 2016. However, he was involved with the Chris Hansen show. I hate Chris Hansen. He made a full recovery from almost developing AIDS after leaving the band, but it doesn't excuse that he was aware of the problems, and he did also contribute to some of these problems with the You Done Goofed video from earlier. It doesn't excuse him, but it's good to know in case people are going after him still. For a final, I guess, point to this whole clusterfuck of gross behavior, let's talk about Dahvie's ex-girlfriend, who was aware of his behavior and only broke up with him because he cheated on her. So, if you weren't aware, there was this girl who I guess he was dating or was going to marry. I'm not really sure. A bunch of different sources say a bunch of different things. We're going to call her Angel because I guess that's her screen name. She posted a couple photos actually, with Dahvie Vanity. And she was told in the comments of those posts about the allegations, like, hey, your partner, your fiance, your boyfriend, whatever the fuck he was to her, is a piece of shit. And those posts have since been taken down. I went and looked at her Instagram. They are gone. So yeah, she was also allegedly discrediting victims in replies, but because the posts were taken down, I can't really prove or disprove either of those things. So take that with a grain of salt. She's just overall kind of gross. If cheating on her is the deal breaker, but 20 plus allegations that involve children that are against him is not the deal breaker, there's something that's actually wrong with you. Now, for my final thoughts on the video, so I can wrap this up and end this. This video's been in the making since like January of this year, but I didn't want a bunch of misinformation because I'm not looking to make multiple videos about this. I know the information is not new. It's been around for years and years and years and years. But I refuse to let gross behavior die because it's been 10 years. That's why I talk about it. That's why I'm doing it right now. It doesn't matter how long it's been. There's still victims that are still affected by this. And he should be in jail with the amount of allegations and, like, I guess we can put, I wouldn't say concrete evidence because I'm aware that some of the messages may or may not have been lost to time, but there's evidence, there's like 20 plus victims out there. How is he still not in jail? And no matter how long it's been, we should still talk about this. I don't care if it was trendy 4 years ago. This is not a trend. This is like actually a crime. It's not drama, it's dangerous. Yeah, no. It should still be talked about. We should still be like trying to deplatform him or doing whatever we can. But anyway, this video is one of the longest I've ever made about a single person, and I'm KodaKandi, and I'm tired. Goodbye.